Same Democrats include been said, and completely know, how down there can be no DACA out of the desperate necessary side at the southern boundary and an end to the terrible circuit, migrating and absurd raffle framework of migration etc., Trump card tweeted. We must defend our nation at all price. Trump card's proclamation casts question above how Democrats and Republicans will go along to defend postponed activity for infancy arrivals, DACA, attending, of that down there are almost 800,000 who were driven to the joint state illicit as family of exile, since it is hardly how Democrats will accept to significant financing for Trump card's boundary side in exchanging for DACA protections. Drew Hamill, building minority group lead Nancy Pelosi's representative, answered to Trump card's chirp by indicating Democrats are no departure to conduct negotiations via the click and see striker to a severe negotiating at environments meet while we go behind. Pelosi, Senate minority group lead Cast Schumer, building orator Gender Ryan, Senate most lead Mitch McConnell and White's building head of personnel John Kelly will encounter on environment, on to two source known in the meet. The top debate theme will be renovated by the government conducting negotiations, the source told. Trump card campaigned for CEO on a uncompromising migration plate. Chance of construct the side became a trademark of his campaigning or, as CEO, Trump card has advocated and as called circuit migrating, guidance how enable human beings in the joint state to give in household members of overseas, and the visa raffle framework, a program how distributes about 50,000 visas to countries wherever down there is a low bet of migration to the U.S. Democrats and Republicans were incapable to go along up the end of the year to peppermint a transactions on the migration program, but members of both of parties will back to Washington in 2018 in the DACA program as a attention. Any treaty would be the other main transactions among Trump card and Schumer and Pelosi, who Trump card has undertaken to relating to as Cast and Nancy. The Troika, lot to the disappointment of Conservative Party, treated along over the year to hit a transactions on the obligation roof and by the government conducting. Trump card has previous told how McConnell and Ryan are on executive board in a transactions to do the DACA program constant. The detailed information, yet, are which question in the transactions and stay subtle. Trump card has claimed how financing for the boundary side would requirement to be portion of any transactions, but he's not clear how far he would be readily to go to defend DACA budget recipients. Trump card told over the year how his authority was not looking at nationality or pardon but how they are looking at enabling human beings to remain there. He added, if we don't include the side, we are making anything, but after added how the side could go after. McConnell told over the monthly how the Senate will conduct a voice on migration law in January, but just if Republican and more Democratic lawmakers can achieve a transactions. If negotiators achieve an treaty on these matters by the end of January, I will give it to the Senate story for a complimentary standing voice, he told. Arizona Republican Senator Jeff Serial had told over his monthly how he acquired a obligation for a voice on migration following he elect to undergo the Republican tax draft.